Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a step-by-step Freshdesk tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use every element of Freshdesk, from how you can set up and create tickets, how you can overview and keep track of your team, as well as the most important backend settings that you need to set up. The first thing that we need to do is actually sign up for a Freshdesk account. If you do not yet have one and you would like to claim a free trial of Freshdesk, you can do so using the first link down in the description. So once you have clicked on that link, that is going to take you over to this screen right here, where we can claim a free trial with Freshdesk. So all we are going to do is click on Start Free Trial, and then in here, it says Try Freshdesk for free. So you can either sign up with Google or sign up with your email. I'm going to go ahead and use Google. So let's click on sign up, choose the Google account, and then we can enter in a company name. It also asks for a phone number here, but this is completely optional. So all we have to do is click sign up for free. And just like that, we are now taken over to Freshdesk. Now, it's going to ask if you have ever used customer service software before. Now, if you are watching this video, I assume not. So let's click on I'm trying customer service for the first time. And right here, this is where we are given our support email address. So we can absolutely change this if you have a different support email address that you want to use, maybe something that looks a little more professional, like help@yourcompany.com, instead of this .freshdesk.com. So right now, you can either use this. If you want to use this default support email, then go ahead and copy this and make sure it's saved. But as I said, we can change this later. For now, let's just click on Get Started with Freshdesk. And this right here on the dashboard screen, this is just a sample dashboard, but let me explain how all of this works. So up here at the top, we can see how many tickets we currently have unresolved, how many of these are overdue, how many of these are due today, any open tickets, any that are on hold, any that are unassigned. And right here, we can see today's trend. So we can see how many tickets have been resolved today, how many have been received, the average first response time, average response time, and then what percentage of these tickets have been resolved. Going down, we also have unresolved tickets, and in this category, we can see how many unresolved tickets per group, so we can really see what groups we have and how efficient they are in resolving tickets. So just looking at this right now, it looks like billing are by far the best team in handling their tickets, and customer support don't really seem to be the best right now. We also have this customer satisfaction menu that shows how many responses we received, how many of them were positive, how many were neutral, and how many were negative. And then we also have a to-do list right here. As I say, this is just a sample dashboard. So if we go ahead and dismiss this, this is going to take us over to the real dashboard where we can see how things are looking right now. Of course, because this is a brand new account, we don't have any data, we don't have any customer responses or anything like that. But what we do have is we do have some default tickets in here to effectively show us how this works, so we can take a look through this right now. So now that we understand how the dashboard works, let's go into here and take a look at the contacts. So over here on the left-hand side, this third option down is contacts, and we can see contacts and companies. So let's go into contacts, and right here we can see all of the different pre-built contacts that are in here, and all of these have been created by default. So to get rid of these, we can just click on this option right here and then click delete. But for now, I'm just going to leave them. Now, let's say that we want to add a new ticket. I just received a phone call and the person who called me is not very happy because they received their t-shirt in the wrong color. So what you and your agent can do is we can come into contacts, go up to new at the top right here, and then we can choose whether we want to add a new ticket, a new email, a new contact, or a new company. Now, because this person called me and is bringing up an issue, I'm going to select new ticket. And then in here, we can input all of the information about this specific ticket. So on the phone, I would ask this person for their email so that I can get back in contact with them. And in here, we will select add new contact. So let's say this person is called James Welburn. And when I asked for their email, this is the email that they gave me. We can also enter in a company right here. Now for this, because this is just a customer who ordered a t-shirt, there's no reason for me to add a company here. However, if you are dealing with customer service for a larger brand and you're dealing with companies, we can add in a company right here. So let's say that this person works for Google. We can add Google right here, and that is going to select them as a company. But in this example, I'm going to leave the company blank. We can also ask the customer for their work phone or mobile number so that we can get back in contact with them via phone. And all we would do is enter their mobile number into this section right here. We also have this Twitter section. I will show you how we can add and take away these different sections. Twitter doesn't really make sense in this scenario. So once again, I'm going to leave this blank. In this CC section, this is where we can add and tag other customer support members. For example, if this phone call was maybe about billing, they called me about billing, but I am customer service, I can go ahead and CC somebody in billing so that this can be handed over to them. However, once again, I'm going to leave this blank. Then in the subject, I will title this Received Wrong T-shirt color. Then under type, we can select if this is a question, an incident, a problem, feature request, and refund. And once again, later on, I will show you how we can edit all of these different areas to add in new things. So right now, this is pretty simple. This is just a problem. So we can add this in. Then we can add a source right here. Once again, we only have phone for now, but I will show you how we can add email, how we can add potentially WhatsApp, how we can add Facebook live chat, any of these right here, we can add in. But for now, we will leave this as phone. Then under status, we can open up this drop-down menu and choose between whether this is open, pending, resolved, closed, waiting on customer, or waiting on third party. So for this specific instance, it's going to be open. Under priority, we can then set a priority between low, medium, high, and urgent. And I'm just going to set this to a medium priority. Under group, this is where we can choose between billing, customer support, and escalations. So I'm just going to tag this one as customer support. And then we can tag a specific agent to this. If I open up this drop-down menu, we do not have any agents added in here yet because I have not yet added any agents to my account, and we will do that in a second. Next, we can add in different products. So right now, once again, we don't have products. We will add this in a second. But in here, we can go ahead and type out a description. I've just entered a quick description of what happened on the phone call. So I said James received the wrong t-shirt color. He's happy to return the one that he received, but would like the correct color to be sent. He received a blue shirt and ordered a black one. Then down here, we can enter in a reference number. So in here, we can just type this number 1 because this is the first ticket we are creating. And then under here, we can add some tags. So tags is effectively how we can organize different things. So under this tag, I'm going to create a new tag in here and title this t-shirt. Then we can go ahead and create this tag and create this ticket. As soon as this ticket is created, we will automatically be taken over into the ticket section. And in here, we can see this exact ticket that I just created. Now over here on the right-hand side, we can see some more information about this ticket, such as the first response due. This is set to the 8th of February by 10 PM, and the resolution date we have set right here. We also have the tags, the type, the status, the priority, the group, and everything like this. We also have the contact details over here on the right-hand side, and at the top, we can do things such as reply to this, add a note. So if I add a note here, this is private, and this is effectively how you can either view notes yourself or allow your team to see notes without this being sent to the customer. So in here, I can say, please send James the correct shirt. Add this note. This is going to show up, but this is not going to be sent to James. We can also then close the ticket once James is happy and this has been sent, or we can delete the ticket right here. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and reply to James. And in here, this is going to send James an email. So in here, it says, hi, James Welburn. Let's just move this to James. So in here, I just said, hi James, we apologize about the mix-up with your shirt. We want customers to be 100% satisfied when they order from us. I've sent out the black shirt to you, and you are more than welcome to keep the original shirt you received. Once I click send, this email is going to be sent. And then if I now log in to James's email inbox, imagine this is James's inbox right here. He will receive this email right here with the exact email that I just typed out. So now we can clearly see that this ticket has been handled. So what we can do is go to status, put this as resolved, and then go ahead and close this right here. We have now closed up this ticket. And if we go back over to the ticket section, we can see this ticket right here, James Welburn received the wrong t-shirt color, has now been closed. We can also see all of the other tickets that we have in this section right here. So these are just some default tickets that were created, and we can click into these at any time. See the ticket right here. So this is an email from Sarah, and she said, the television I ordered from your site was delivered with a cracked screen. I need some help with a refund or replacement. So once again, over on this left-hand side, we can add tags. The type right now is a question, so I would maybe change this to problem. Then we can deal with the status, priority, group. I will add this to customer support, example, and everything like that. And then once again, we can reply, forward, and do everything that we need to this ticket. Now, going back to what I was going to show you before, under the contact section, we have some fields in here when creating a new ticket that we might want to add. So for example, we want to add some more sources. We might want to add some more priorities, some more statuses, and everything like that. And the way that we can do this is by simply going over to the settings area into admin. In admin, this is going to give us a lot more customizability where we can add different things, start adding agents in, add different skills, business hours, and this is super important to set up right from the get-go. So first of all, we will scroll down here under team and click into agents. And this is where we can go ahead and add our agents into Freshdesk. So right now, we just have me. I'm the account owner, either the manager or the boss of this, if you will. So we can go ahead and add a new agent in here to help us out. Right here at the top, we get the agent type. So right now, we can select between a support agent or a collaborator. I'm going to leave this as support agent. And then right here, we have full-time or occasional, so we can choose what they are. You will also notice under here, it says 9 and 3 seats available. And this effectively means that on the current plan that we have with Freshdesk, we can currently add in 9 different agents. If you want to add more agents and you have a bigger team, then you will need to upgrade your Freshdesk account. Next, we can go down to the email address right here and enter in the email address of this specific admin. So just enter in this person's work email. This does not have to be the support email. If you remember, this is the support email right here. This is what we currently have set up for people to get in contact. So in the email address, we can just go ahead and add in this person's work email or their Gmail address. So I'm just going to enter in this as the email address. Then we can go down and enter in their name. So maybe this person is called Kelly Smith. We can enter in the agent's name. We can also add a phone number, mobile number, and job title, and all of these are completely optional. Next, we can scroll down and upload an image of the person. And in here, I'm just going to upload this image of Kelly. So right now, this is updating. It might not show up at first, but that is fine. Then we can go down and select the time zone that they are working on. So if you have somebody in the US, then you set them to the US time zone. If you have somebody that's working in maybe Brazil, then we can go for Brasilia, in Argentina, Buenos Aires, and we can choose the exact time zone that this person is working on. Next, we can choose the language and then also add a signature. Now, a signature is what is going to show up at the end of this person's email and replies by default. So you can set this up, but your agent can also customize this in their own dashboard. So right now, I'm just going to set this up as Kelly. Then we can also choose if they have global access, so access to all tickets on help desk, whether they are specifically assigned to a group, or if they are restricted access and can only access tickets assigned to them. We can also go in here and choose assigned groups. So we can set this person as customer support, billing, or escalations. I'll go customer support. And then we can also choose groups where agents can view tickets. I'm just going to leave this blank. Next, let's go ahead and create this agent. And just like that, this agent is now going to be created. Once you have set them up, the agent that you just set up will receive an email that looks like this, that says, "Hey Kelly, Riley Holden is inviting you to join Freshdesk." So all they have to do is click this Join Now button, and then they will be able to go through and create their Freshdesk account. As soon as they click Activate Account, this is automatically going to set them up within your Freshdesk account, and this is currently their view. I am now logged in to Kelly's account, and I will come back and show you how things look on your agent account later on in the video. But for now, I'm just going to log back into my main account, and let's go into settings and play around with a few other things. So that is how we can add in agents. We can also go into here and add in different groups. So right now we have billing, we have customer support, and we have escalations. We can also see how many agents are in each of these sections. So if you remember, I just set up Kelly as customer support, so we can see one agent is in here. If we want to delete any of these particular groups, we can just hover over, click on this trash can icon, click delete, and that group is going to be deleted. We can also edit different groups by clicking into this edit button right here. We can see the current agents that we have, any deactivated agents. We can change the name of the group, go over to group properties and choose if they have automatic ticket assignments. If this is on, this is going to distribute the number of tickets to assigned agents. So if Kelly has 5 tickets and another agent currently has 4, it's going to give the next ticket to the agent with 4 tickets so that they are balanced and you don't have one agent that has a bunch of tickets, has a lot of work to do, and then another agent with barely nothing to do. So we can turn this on, and then we have a few options right here. I'm not going to go into what all of these mean because it can be a little bit confusing. Just leave this as round robin ticket assignment, and this is going to do exactly what I mentioned, where it evenly distributes the different tickets. Under here, agent availability status, in here we have 2 different options. So first of all, we can allow agents to control their availability status. And what this is going to do is this is going to give them an option in the top right corner where they can choose if they are working, if they are away, if they are on their lunch break. And when they are in these different sections, that's going to stop them from being assigned tickets. For example, if Kelly goes up here and she sets this to being on lunch, then she will not get any tickets assigned during that time. Alternatively, we can have this so only admins can set these availability statuses, but I personally prefer to allow agents to do this. Next, we can go to ticket escalation settings, where we can choose if a ticket remains unassigned for more than, let's say, 12 hours. Then we can send an email to any of our agents. So maybe I can go for me, so I can sort this. Or if you have anybody who is in command, like a manager, then you can send an email to them. From here, we can go ahead and save this. And this is how you can edit groups, add in different groups, and edit everything within groups. Next, let's go into roles right here. And this is where we can set up different roles. So right now we have account administrator, all of these different roles down here. And what we can do is click into these to add different agents. So let's say I want to add Kelly as an administrator. I can click add agent, add Kelly right here. So I can say Kelly, and then save this right here. And that's going to add her as an administrator. You can also add new roles by clicking on new role up here, creating new roles, and then explaining the permissions that they have. We can turn on these different permissions right here and choose what this role can and can't do. From here, we can then go ahead and add agents. Pretty simple right there. And that's how we can set up these different roles. We can also set up business hours from this menu right here. So right now we just have general working hours. We can click in and edit this, and then we can choose and customize what kind of hours we are working. So right here, this is currently set to Eastern European time. We can change the name, the description, and then down here, we can go ahead and customize this. So let's set this to 9 o'clock. Then we can copy to all, and now everything is 9 to 5. We can also select the days that we work, as well as if we are 24 hours around the clock support. We can also set up different agent shifts, pretty self-explanatory, where we can just set up specific agents and their shift. So we could maybe go for Kelly's shift, select the time zone, and then select the date and times that Kelly is working. And then most importantly, we would need to add her down here, just like that. And that's how we can create a specific shift for Kelly. Just like that, we now have Kelly's shift created. And if we back out to the main settings once again, this is where we can add the agent statuses that I talked about earlier. So right now we have available, unavailable, meeting, break, training, and lunch. These top ones are locked and we literally cannot remove these, but we can go down and completely edit these ones that are not locked. So we can either click on this trash can icon to delete this status right here. That's going to delete the status and mean that nobody can select that. We can also choose certain statuses on or off. So what this means is this is still a status, but people cannot select it right now. And then we can add new statuses up here. So we can add a new status by going to new status. We can then choose a status name. So let's just stick with this and add tea break. We can then choose the emoji from any of these emojis and then choose if this is busy. So when agents are engaged in work activities or if they are unable to work. So I will set this as away, and as you can see, this new status has been selected. Next, we can move down to email, and this is effectively where you can add different support emails, billing emails, rather than having everything come to this rather unprofessional domain. So what we can do is click new support email, and then enter the support email that you want to connect up. So let's say that this is billing email. We can then add the support email right here. And in this example, we could maybe have this as billing@yourdomain.com. Now, make sure this is super important. This is not just going to create you a random email. You need to make sure you already have this email set up, and then we can simply add it to Freshdesk. Next, we can assign to group. So let's go for billing right here. And then link support with a product. If we have a product, which once again, I will show you how to add later, we can add this specific product in here. And then at the bottom, this is what I mentioned earlier, where you need to make sure you already have that email. You can go ahead and sign in with this email with Gmail, Microsoft Office, or another email provider. If you are using like a private email or something like this, you can set this up here. Alternatively, you can go with Freshdesk, but they will give you this unprofessional domain that's like -help.freshdesk.com. This can work if you are a smaller company, but especially if you have a lot of revenue and you want to have more of a professional brand image, you definitely want to go with this custom mail server so that you can get a domain like this. But once you have this set up, whenever somebody drops an email to this email right here, then it's of course going to show up in the ticket section and create a contact automatically. We can also set up widgets and support forms that you can add to your website. If we click into widgets right here, we can go create a new widget. And in here, let's create a name for this and say this is just contact and say this is contact us. We can then choose a product from this drop down menu right here. Once again, we do not yet have products. We really need to get to this and click on create. As you can see, this is what the help will look like. So people can come to your website, click on this and expand. And then in this contact form, they can fill in their name, their email address, the subject, and then what they need help for. So we can also customize this banner message at the top. We can also go for this widget launcher text, which is this text right here. So maybe we can change it to like contact us. In the contact form, we can then customize each and every one of these fields. So you can just go through and customize this, click on save, and this is now saved. We can then change the appearance, how we want this to look, any patterns, and this is just, I don't want to go too deep into this because this is like completely customizable, not super important. But then what is important is this embed code, where we can go ahead and grab the code right here. If you want to add this to your website, this is usually called something like custom HTML. So just go to your website builder, add in the custom HTML, wherever you want to add this, and then simply paste in that code, and that will add it to your website right here. We can then connect up Facebook, which will give different comments. It will show you different comments, any messages that you get, certain things like that. So we can connect up Facebook right here. Of course, log in with your business account, and that is going to connect Facebook up. We then also have phone. So if you want to go into a virtual call center, you can go with Freshcaller, connect this up. And I don't want to go super deep into this, so I apologize if this is something that you are looking for. I just personally don't have any experience with Freshcaller. It's not something that I have ever used, so I'm not comfortable kind of giving advice and telling you how to use this. So we can also customize the ticket fields. Now this is the section, if you remember, in contacts, where we go to create a new ticket. And we have like type down here, we have the priority. This is where we can go ahead and change all of these things. So if we go down to ticket field, you can see all of the ticket fields right here. So if we want to open up type right here, we can see all of the different drop down choices. If we want to delete any, we can do this over on the right hand side. Or if we want to add a new choice, we can simply type that in right here. So let's just, I don't know, subscribe. We can add this in. And just like that, that is now going to be added in. And this is going to show up when somebody creates a new ticket. So we can just save that field, and that's now going to show up. And the final thing that I want to show you is, of course, how to add new products. So if we just go to this top search bar and search for product, you can see under support operations, we have multiple products right here. Now this, of course, comes up with example. That's the product that we've seen. But let's add a new product right here and say that this is a 42-inch TV. Then we can add a description for this product. We can also add in product support emails. So we can add in a support email specifically for this. So what we can do is just go ahead and copy this, paste this in, and then change the support to TV. Then we can also assign to group. So let's assign this to customer support and then click on save. And that product is now added, the 42-inch TV. So that is now everything set up on our end as a business owner. So finally, I just want to go in and show you how this will look as an agent account. So right now, I am logged in to Kelly's account. We can see any unresolved tickets. We can see any overdue tickets for Kelly, any due today, open, on hold, and unassigned. In this top corner, we can go ahead and update the status. So if Kelly is on a break, we can change that. And then when she comes back, she can change this to available. So I'm now going to go ahead and create a ticket on Kelly's account. So a new ticket. So setting this all up right here, we have the product as the 42-inch TV. Subject is broken TV. Now let's go ahead and create this. And now this is created. It's of course going to show up here. So Kelly can go in and she can start replying to these, sending out different responses and helping with the customer service. So that is my complete Freshdesk tutorial. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.